Schwep. 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 If you've had the pleasure of seeing the video I'm referencing, you will know that today we are talking about MARTY Supreme. I had the pleasure of seeing it before the holidays. The embargo is finally lifted, so we're going to talk about it spoiler free. MARTY Supreme is a solo directorial effort from Josh Safdie, and it tells the story of Marty Mauser, an up-and-coming table tennis star in 1950s New York, and it just is his journey to hell and back to solidify himself as the greatest table tennis player of all time. My history with the Safdies is not great. I don't like Uncut Gems. I don't love Good Time. So I was a little like cautious about going into this one, even though the trailer like really sold me. Timothée Chalamet in that trailer really sold me, but I went in very cautious because I wasn't really sure what to expect. And then I got nervous because people were kind of comparing it to Uncut Gems, and I definitely see that comparison, but I do think this one is a little maybe more earnest and a little more uplifting than Uncut Gems. But nonetheless, this movie still has that signature controlled chaos that a lot of the movies I mentioned have become known for. MARTY Supreme is a feverish portrait of the pursuit of greatness, but also everything that is left in its wake. I really love the idea of how not only are we examining like all it takes to be great, but like the consequences of the delusion to pursue greatness. Marty Mauser is a character who so firmly believes in himself and is so like unapologetically like, I am the greatest and I'm going to get this no matter what. And I feel like a lot of those stories only focus on that. They don't show kind of the path, the storm that is left behind by that person. And I really loved that aspect of this. What really sells this movie would not work if it were not for the performance of Timothée Chalamet. That young man is exactly who he thinks he is. It's thrilling to continue to watch him evolve as a performer on his own pursuit of greatness. He made that SAG speech, which I really enjoyed, and I really loved it. I loved how earnest he was about wanting to be great and master his craft. A lot of people were weird about it, but it feels very serendipitous that this is the next project following that. I think he does a really great job at making Marty someone you can root for, but also not shying away from his ugly side. Marty is delusional. He is selfish. He is manipulative. He really does whatever it takes and blows up a lot of lives in the process, but like you can't help but be invested. And Timothée Chalamet brings this really working, wonderful charm to him. It's a very interesting portrayal. You shouldn't like this guy. You don't like this guy, but you can't help but go along for the ride with him and hope he does what he needs to do. Gwyneth Paltrow is also making her return to the big screen in this, and I think her performance is so lovely. It is one of the best performances by her in recent memory. I know she's been kind of trapped in the Marvel machine, but this was so lovely. It's such a nice contrast to Chalamet's work. It's so understated, but like really thoughtful and internal. She plays this actress who has kind of faded from the spotlight and put her career on hold and is now trying to like get back into it. I do love the like layers to different casting choices in this movie. I think my main complaint with that character is I would have just wanted more of her. I think that character and her dynamic with Marty and like what they provide for each other is so fascinating. And I wanted more focus on that. We have Odessa Azion as well. I think she's really good. Her character kind of matches Marty's level, so there's like a lot happening when they're together. I think I preferred Gwyneth Paltrow's character just because she is an understated contrast, but Odessa is really good in this too. She's kind of capping off a really good year for her there. And we have Kevin O'Leary as Milton Rockwell. He is the husband of Gwyneth Paltrow's character. I understand the intent of casting him. I understand what we were going for, but for me, he is just playing himself. He's not really doing anything new or like not really disappearing in a role. He is just there to be himself with a pair of glasses. It works really well, but I am just kind of like, okay. It feels like he is the one that feels the most like a gimmick to me. Also, I want to shout out Tyler, the creator, who is in this as Wally. He has a bit more limited screen time than the other people I've mentioned, but he makes it count. He's really fun to watch up there, and he's great with Timothée Chalamet. I think on a craftsmanship level, this thing is really, really great. I love the production design. I love the costuming. They really like throw you in that world. It's gritty, grimy, but also electrifying. I love the way it's shot. Again, like we're in these like really ugly, seedy moments of Marty's life, but somehow it's also like really captivating and beautiful. Also the score, it's this synthy, pulsating score that I'm always a sucker for. I really loved it. It may not be like period appropriate, but I think it really works for what we're doing. Specifically in the table tennis scenes, I never thought table tennis could be so exhilarating on film. The way those are shot, the way those are framed, I actually could have used more. I was saying to a friend after, we were both kind of like, I want more table tennis, please, because those scenes are so dynamic. I think the thing as a whole is really well directed, but Safdie is most impressive as a director during those table tennis sequences. He's really able to get intimate with Marty, but also make the sport feel like a spectacle. The way he captures the movement between the players and the ball back and forth is so good. I think the biggest qualms I had with this movie is it does sag a bit energetically in the middle. There are definitely some things I'm kind of like, you could cut this and still have the same movie, but I understand why they are there. And the final 20 minutes of this thing are so good. It makes the slogs worth it, if that makes sense. I also just think the women are a bit underwritten. I don't want to get too specific just because of spoilers, but there are some choices with the female characters where I'm a little like, oh, okay. I kind of felt this way, ironically, with Emily Blunt's character in The Smashing Machine, but both the Safdie boys are very lucky they have hired these very talented women to like elevate what they are given and make them interesting and dynamic, but I just do think they are lacking a bit when it comes to the writing of them. I was shocked at how much I liked this movie, and as my time away from it has increased, so has my appreciation for the movie. It is definitely not normally a movie that I gravitate toward, but I think, like I mentioned earlier, what makes it so satisfying and so rich and interesting is the themes we're playing with. It's not just a pursuit of greatness, it is the consequences of that pursuit and what it means to be delusional and really believe in yourself. And it really gets into the highs that come with it and the lows. And I think Marty is such an interesting character. He really is this like selfish, almost narcissistic guy, but like has this like winning spirit. It's such an interesting character. I am shocked I liked it as much as I did. I definitely could see my rating growing for it on a rewatch, and I absolutely think Timothée Chalamet is giving the performance of his career. I think he is absolutely deserving of any and all award buzz he's already been getting. Like it's insane. It's insane, and I feel like we watched this already great performer just level up, and I'm excited to see him continue to level up and work with these interesting craftsmen. Ultimately, I'm giving Marty Supreme 4 stars. Again, like really electrifying, really interesting, just a bit bloated for my liking, but it's so worth checking out. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you do all the things you're supposed to do with a YouTube video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, follow me everywhere. You won't want to miss award season. We're getting a new award season, and you're going to be hearing Marty Supreme all award season long, so don't miss it. Until the next one, though. Bye, schwap!